Thank you for sharing your children with us. I am Mrs. Sandra Lapierre. I have been the principal here at Stevenson for 7 years. So I've had the joy of knowing your students, many of them since kindergarten and first grade. We were looking at yearbook pictures in the office the other day and how little they were. So I just wanted to share a few things with you fifth graders. Many of you know that I have a fifth grade daughter myself, and she just completed her school year last week. And in our home, the theme for this year, because we are runners, is run your own race. And that can be applied to life as well as literally. Because as many of you know, when you're running a race, you lose a lot of energy looking behind you to see where your opponents are and worrying about what other people or other runners are doing. Ms. Eubanks, our teacher leader, and myself have spent a lot of time this year talking to you about worry about you. Ms. Williams, Ms. Marcia Williams at University High School, her theme for this year has been, you do you. So all of it is kind of the same message, and thinking about, you don't know the challenges of other people. You don't know their situation. So don't compare your situation to other people or worry about what other people are doing. Just run your own race. So in life, when you're setting goals for yourself, don't allow yourself to turn around and look back and think about the mistakes that you've made, or look around to see what other people are doing who are running next to you. Keep your eyes focused on your goal, and I know you will be so successful. And I hope you do what many of our 8th graders did yesterday, and I hope our 8th graders today from Levy do. I hope you will come back to visit me and us, your favorite teachers, our staff here, and tell us where you're going for high school and where you're going for college. Because that means so much to us that you are still part of our Stevenson family and that you still want to be here. So again, parents and family members, thank you for sharing your children with us. At this time, I'm going to call up some 5th grade students who have some reflections of their time in elementary school that they want to share with you. So students, if you are an essay reader, please join me on the stage at this time.
Good morning, 5th grade season staff, especially invited guests. Welcome to the 5th grade promotion ceremony. My name is DeMar Cole, and I have been here, a student here since the 3rd grade. My first memories of Stevenson were when I was a student in Ms. Gaddis' 3rd grade class. Ms. Gaddis was a great teacher, especially in social studies. She taught us all about the Native American tribes of Michigan and how they were the first people during our studies. Mrs. Gaddis had us make a model of a Native American. Another great memory I have of being in Mrs. Gaddis' class was our field trip to the Underground Railroad site. We had a chance to experience what it might have been like to escape to freedom as a kid. I remember feeling really nervous and scared and thankful to be free all at the same time. I'm really thankful for the time I spent with Ms. Gaddis. I truly appreciate how she pushed us to learn more about our history. In the 4th grade, Ms. Harper was my homeroom teacher. Ms. Harper's specialty was teaching math. She really knew how to break down multiplication, geometry, division in a way that I could understand. I really liked how she used math games to help us get a better understanding of a math concepts. She was also really good at rewarding us for good behavior. Her 50-star chart allowed us to earn good behavior points. When the class reached 50 stars, we were allowed to bring in our personal technology devices and play games as a reward. I really appreciate Ms. Harper for preparing me for 5th grade math by making it fun. Now, as I'm leaving 5th grade, I feel even more prepared to start middle school thanks to Ms. Hamilton. This year, she really pushed me and my classmates and I to do our best. Ms. Hamilton held us responsible for not being prepared for class. For example, she always made sure she reminded us about the high expectations she has for us in middle school. But she wasn't always serious. She also liked to have fun. I remember right before Christmas break, she hosted a pancake breakfast. She actually made pancakes for the entire class and brought in chocolate chips, whipped cream, and fruit toppings as we watched the wheels. Ms. Hamilton was one of the best teachers I have ever had because she helped me to mature just in time for middle school. This speech will not be complete if I don't recognize the following staff as well. Ms. Student for her patience and assistance in fifth grade math. Ms. Martin for helping us prepare for middle school by teaching us to manage our time. And lastly, Ms. J for making lunchtime even more fun. And to my fifth grade classmates, I'd like to wish you good luck in middle school. Thank you.
Everyone. My name is Elaine Davis. I would like to share some of the best elementary this year at Stevenson Elementary. For the past 2 years, I have learned a lot and had so much fun. This has been one of the best schools I have ever been to. For instance, my experience in the Gaddis's third grade class was awesome. We did a ton of exciting things, such as the multiplication and our version of the math competition. Classroom cheers and cool Christmas parties, and so much more. My favorite activity was the multiplication bee. Although I didn't win, I walked away knowing every value on the multiplication table. Then there was fourth grade, which brought the first big change in my elementary school days. I switched classes for the first time. This is very different and valuable because I had opportunity to learn from different teachers. Those great teachers included Ms. Harper, Ms. Brown, Ms. Stevens, and Ms. Hamilton. I want to say a special thank you to all these wonderful teachers for helping me learn and grow. Lastly, fifth grade, and I must say I saved the best for last. I had the most fun this year and I loved the most, especially in science. Ms. Hamilton, you have changed my view on science forever. I now have a passion to experiment and learn more things. My science math test score was higher than it's ever been. All thanks to you. I will miss you and the kids coming next are looking to have you. Ms. Sudet, I cannot thank you enough for your patience. You showed us you teaching all of us and some of our readers. You go about as one of the best math teachers I've ever met. I cannot end with this without acknowledging the extraordinary assistant principal, Mr. Banks. Mrs. Eubanks has been this year. Many were sad to see you leave the classroom, but hopefully now everyone knows your talent was much too good to be shared with only your students. You helped keep drama to a minimum this year and helped all the fifth grade girls be kind to one another. As many good memories as I lose, I am excited, more importantly, prepared to make no memories and learn in middle school this year. Thank you for helping us learn this year too, and this is a small milestone of many more to come.
Good morning. My name is Tamara Durden and I have attended Stevenson Elementary for 6 whole years. I've been here since kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade. I enjoyed the teachers here as well as the principal. There were lots of exciting events and fellowships along the way. Everyone says the last year is the best, but I say they were all equal. My first year at Stevenson was kindergarten. I had 2 kindergarten teachers. My first one was Ms. Martin. She retired from being a teacher. And then my second teacher was Ms. Benson, now known as Ms. Samuels. Kindergarten for me was the year of making friends and meeting all sorts of different kinds of people. Finally, I enjoyed kindergarten because everybody thought you were so cute. My second year at Stevenson was first grade. In first grade, I only had one teacher, and her name was Ms. Robertson. I remember one student in my class asked Ms. Robertson, "Why are you so nice to Tamara but not me?" Then Ms. Robertson said, "Maybe because Tamara does her work and follows directions, and you don't." That made me laugh because I love hearing teachers say good things about me. Lastly, since I did my work, I was able to go to 2nd grade classes every so often. My third year at Stevenson was 2nd grade. My 2nd grade teacher was Ms. Phillips. I love Ms. Phillips. She will always have me helping out with student council and other things. Ms. Phillips will always say to me, "I know when you leave this class, you aren't going to want to come back." And I will always tell her, when I leave this class, I'm going to visit you every week and help out in the class. After all, I'm definitely going to miss Ms. Phillips. My 4th year at Stevenson was 3rd grade. My 3rd grade teacher was Ms. Gaddis. Ms. Gaddis will always read us a book called Blood Not Blood. It was about a young African-American boy who played a saxophone. She read lots of books to us, but that was my favorite. By the way, she only read chapter books to us because we were too old to simply reading baby books. In the end, Ms. Gaddis taught me to read chapter books more than picture books because the less pictures, the more you imagine. My 5th year at Stevenson was 4th grade. My 4th grade teacher was Happy Ms. Harper. Ms. Harper was a really fun teacher, but she was only fun if you did what you were supposed to do. Ms. Harper was a math genius. If you had any strict, but that was only so we could pass the 5th grade. She left for like 2 or 3 months and came back like it was nothing. We went back to learning and did grade work. Last, Miss Martin was nice to have as a teacher. I will miss Stevenson Elementary. I am super excited to go to 6th grade. The main thing I'm going to miss about Stevenson is fun day food. Most people say the sky is the limit, but I say the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. So long, Stevenson Elementary.
Good morning, my name is Sophia D, and today I'm going to tell you about all I've had at Stevenson. I've been at this school since kindergarten, and my best memories have happened here. This is an amazing school. I am glad I have spent some of my time here. We did a lot of exciting things in kindergarten, but my favorite thing we did was carve pumpkins. We came up to the front table and took turns grabbing the seeds out. Then Miss Finazzo carved the pumpkin. It looked awesome. A month later, I skipped kindergarten because I was really smart. I was sad, but I knew I was taking on a new challenge, 1st grade. My favorite memory in 1st grade was our Valentine's Day party. My teacher was Miss Robinson. First, I got lots and lots of candy. Then I realized my tooth fell out. After I got back from the office, we watched a movie. It was the best day of 1st grade. My favorite memory in 2nd grade was learning about bats. My teacher was Miss Philbin. She is a great teacher. My favorite bat we learned about was the vampire bat. I drew and got to learn about it. I think I learned the most about animals in 2nd grade. My favorite memory in 3rd grade was our pajama party. My teacher was Miss Gaddis. We came to school with our pajamas on and braced ourselves for fun. We got to play games, read, and more. It was spectacular. Miss Gaddis always encouraged us to read every day. My favorite memory in 4th grade was all of our parties. That was my favorite year at Stevenson. My teacher was Miss Brown. She is awesome. Even though we had a lot of parties, when it comes to science, Miss Brown gets serious. My other teachers were Miss Harper, Miss Eubanks, and Miss Moorhead. Miss Harper made math fun. Miss Moorhead and Miss Eubanks made sure we knew a lot about social studies for the following year. My favorite memory in 5th grade is our Mackinac Island trip. My teacher is Miss Zudek. We ate at the Grand Hotel, we visited Fort Mackinac, went on a carriage ride, and finally went shopping. Another great thing about 5th grade is the teachers. My homeroom is Miss Zudek. She is creative and she is a math whiz. My social studies teacher is Miss Martin. She is artistic and articulate. My science teacher is Miss Hamilton. She cares about our success and will only allow us to be great, not average. I have served my time here at Stevenson. I would like to thank my parents and teachers for believing me. I would like to thank Miss LaPerriere and Miss Eubanks. I would also like to thank everybody else for encouraging me. Good luck to future 5th graders. Also, to the graduates, good luck in middle school. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jemiah Jones, and I would like to welcome you to the 5th grade promotion. I would like to tell you all about my 5th grade year at Stevenson Elementary. I want to start by saying I love all of my teachers, and Ms. LaPerriere and Ms. Eubanks. They push me to be a better student. Ms. Leck is my homeroom teacher, but all of my teachers are hard on me because they want the best for me. And I love all of my teachers. They do a lot for me. One of my greatest 5th grade memories was when we went to the college basketball game. We sat in a big stadium and I ate cupcakes and drank juice and cheered the team on. My favorite memory was Mackinac Island. I had the best time there. I have made lots of friends in the 5th grade. I have 2 really good friends. Their names is Sydney and Amaria. Over the Easter weekend, Amaria and I went to a Easter party. It was so much fun. I love my 5th grade year at Stevenson. Ms. Dudek has lots of fun games to play. Ms. Martin is a great social studies teacher, and Ms. Hamilton knows her science. I especially want to thank Ms. Ward, who has helped me and pushed me to when it was hard by telling me I will, I shall, and I shall succeed. She knew I could do it. I will miss Ms. Ward, and I'm excited to go to leaving next year. Good luck to all my fellow 5th graders.
Good morning. My name is Kelsey West. I am 11 years old and I am a 5th grade here at Stevenson. I enjoy learning and making friends. When I grow up, I want to be a dancer. My favorite sport is basketball and my favorite color is blue. I love unicorns, mermaids, and watching movies. I plan to go to Harvard. I came to Stevenson in 3rd grade. Miss Brown was my teacher. My best memory of her class was the spelling test. When the whole class passed one, she would give us a party. One time we even made candy apples. Mrs. Eubanks was my 4th grade teacher along with Mrs. Moorhead, Miss Harper, and Miss Brown again. My favorite memory of 4th grade was when we went on a field trip to the apple orchard. We made apple cider and ate donuts. After that, we ate lunch in a real barn. It was cozy and I liked it. In 5th grade, I had 2 homeroom teachers, Mrs. Hamilton and Mrs. Martin. I started out with Mrs. Hamilton, then I was Stevenson for a few months. When I came back, Mrs. Martin was my new teacher. I learned a lot in 5th grade. My favorite class was social studies. I really liked learning about the Boston Tea Party and taking care of our earth. Mrs. Hamilton made science fun with Quizlet and Google. Ms. Sudik taught me how to convert numbers into fractions. 5th grade was hard, but I made it. Now I'm ready for middle school. I look forward to having a different teacher for every class and meeting new friends. I've already signed up for dance class at Levy. I want to thank all the teachers at Stevenson for helping me prepare for middle school. I also want to thank my mom for taking care of me.
This morning, we are very honored to welcome Mr. Dwayne Eason as our guest speaker. Mr. Eason is the principal of Southfield Regional Academic Campus, our high school, one of our high schools. Many of you know Mr. Eason perhaps as the assistant principal at Thompson for many years. And I think Mr. Eason's strength, knowing him personally, is his ability to build relationships with families and with students. His students are very blessed to have him. And I wanted him to share some of his wisdom with you, 5th graders, because I am blessed to call Mr. Eason my friend. I hope you will enjoy listening to him and getting to know him in the future. Please welcome Mr. Eason.
Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank Ms. LaPerrier for inviting me to speak at the 5th grade promotion ceremony. As she stated, I am Dwayne Eason. I am from Southfield Regional Academic Campus. My school is a school for middle school and high school students. It is for those middle school students that may have trouble adjusting to middle school, and so they'll come over to my school for a smaller setting. It is also for those high school students who may not have been successful in some of their classes, or actually many of their classes, and they need some support in still graduating with their original cohort, their original graduating class. Without us, they may not graduate on time. We're also a school for those students that just may need that smaller setting. And as Ms. LaPerrier said, for those relationships. My school is a school that helps those children that need to have the closeness of that adult. And actually, Ms. LaPerrier used to be the assistant principal there. And so she left a great legacy there for me, and I am moving forward with some of the things that she's done there, so I thank her for that. So this event marks the transition to your next step in your school career. Who knows if the future President of the United States is here? That could be one of you. Or maybe you may be sitting next to that person who's going to cure cancer. Or maybe the inventor of the newest technological innovation. Maybe the person who's going to create a better iPhone. And yeah, I like iPhones, not the Androids. So when I was asked by Ms. LaPerrier to give a speech to you all this day, I thought about just you guys leaving 5th grade and going to the 6th grade. I actually have a 4th grader, Madison, and a 6th grader, Kennedy, who just completed her 6th grade year. So when I told her that I was going to speak to you guys, she said, "Ooh, wait a minute, I got some things I need for you to tell them." And so this is what she said. Kennedy said, "You'll get over how big the school is in a couple of weeks. So don't worry about the sheer size of the building." And I heard some of you guys are going to go to Levy, some are going to go to Thompson, some are going to go to McAuliffe, and some are going to go to University, all right? And Bernie, I'm sorry, I have to mention Bernie. My wife is the assistant principal at Bernie. Okay. And that's a big school. Kennedy also said you'll have to walk to class with your friends, which is great, not with your teachers anymore. But you'll only have 5 minutes to get there. And that time goes by really quick. And yes, you must get there before the bell rings, because your teacher's going to look at you and say, "What's the problem?" But that'll become easier once you learn where all your classes are. She said you'll have more classes than you have now, which means you'll have more homework. And she said, "Ugh." She wanted me to say that. I don't think I captured the way she did it, but she said that. She said you won't always have the same people in your classes. And if you're not in the same classes with your friends, don't worry. You'll meet new friends, and you can have lunch with your old friends. She said there are lots of clubs and organizations, and it was good to hear that someone is in the dance club already at Levy. But she said to find one you're interested in and join. Now I'm saying that once you get there, you should also find a mentor. You should find an adult in the building, be it the principal, one of your teachers, the custodian, one of the secretaries. Find someone that you can talk to. You need an adult to help guide you through middle school. And don't worry if you fail at something, because fail actually means first attempt at learning. Remember, that's why you come to school. We come to school because we don't know when we're going to learn. So again, middle school is a place where you'll start off as a kid and you'll end as a teenager. So those 8th graders are going to look old and big to you. But before you know it, you'll be the 8th grader yourself, and you'll be amazed at how little the 6th graders look. Middle school is also when some of you will become an individual. You'll start doing things on your own, and you'll become creative. So Kennedy now is asking to shop for herself. It was cool when I could go to Meijer and get her some jeans, but it's starting to change. So she's shopping for her own clothes, and she's also doing her own hair. Doing her own hair is fine, because I used to have to wash her hair, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's okay to be nervous and anxious, and also excited and looking forward to all the possibilities of going into the 6th grade. But I do want to leave you with a couple of nuggets to think about as I close. And you probably heard them before. Don't give up on your dreams, because now we know anything is possible for any of us. And successful leaders do what's right when no one is watching. So good luck, class of 2024, and have an awesome summer.
Well, the time has come where we recognize each individual student with a presentation of the 5th grade classes.
Good morning. My name is Ms. Hamilton. I am the 5th grade. Well, I've had the pleasure of teaching 90 plus 5th graders this year science. I want to wish all the classes good luck in middle school. It's been a pleasure. Many of you all know that I treat all my students like they're my own. I have one graduating from college next year, and I have little ones who are entering 1st grade. So I just want to wish them luck. I know they will they will miss my pearls of wisdom that I often give. But I do want them to know that I will be calling their teachers next year. They know I will if I hear anything about you. I have no problems parents calling, tightening them up, because I know they're great kids. I know they will do well in middle school. And so let's go ahead and introduce with section 5-1, please rise. Haley Baker. Anthony Bell. Leah Brooks. Damari Caldwell. Malik Christian. Alea Davis. Devin Gardner. Kalia Gerhardt. Stefan Green. Kofi House. Destiny Hughes. Blake Hyman. Aaron Johnson Jr. Vernon Johnson Davis. Mary Casa. Terrell Lowry. Devin Martin. Shamira Mays. Jalea McCaskey. Dalen Mitchell. Riley Mott. Mackenzie Moraine. Chloe Payton. Viviana Puga. Devon Smith. Casey Taylor. Nevaeh Times. Please give a round of applause for
I want you to know that it's been a pleasure for me to teach this 5th grade class, not only my homeroom, but all of the 5th grade students. I've had such a wonderful time with them. They've shown me things, they've taught me things, as well as the things that I have taught them. So 5th grade class, I have to say thank you to you as well, because you've helped to change my life. And parents, I want to thank you as well. I've had parents come to me this year with words of encouragement and hugs and words that meant a lot to me. And so I appreciate that, and I want you to know. But now I guess it's time for us to get this class started, ending 5th grade and moving on to 6th grade. So 5-2, if you would please stand. Trent Crawford. Samari Daniels. Jada Dillard. Tamara Dearden. Decasia Dyson. Mackenzie Foster. Ellen Garjo. Isabella Grant. Jackson Grimes. Jamila Haley. Victoria Hall. Jaden Hudgens. Caleb Hull. Justin Johnson. Leah Johnson. James Jones. Carlos Judge. Jasmine Lewis. Sarah McCaskill. India McCray, Dion Mitchell, Mikhail Lorraine, Kendall Newton, Ray, Danielle Scott, Gregory Stevenson, Dorian Talley, Joshua Teasley, Caden Watkins, Kelsey West, 5-2 in the rest of the 5th grade class. I just want you to realize that this is the end of an era, but it's also the beginning of a new one. Take advantage of all of your opportunities, do your best in all that you do, and make your parents proud. 5-2, you may have a seat, please.
Welcome to the 5th grade promotion. I am so excited for all of the students to go on to middle school. Most of my career was as a middle school teacher, and a lot of the time I was under Mr. Eason, who was my assistant principal. So I know that you have a lot of good things happening for you in the middle school 5th graders, and I'm so excited for your future. I'm going to ask for you to make sure that you're doing your homework. That math homework is going to be a crucial part. And I know some of you are a little lax in that, and I'm going to beg you right now to parents to please be on them for their homework. It's going to be so important for the rest of their career in college for them to have a very strong foundation in all of their core subjects. So with that, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2025. That's the year you're going to graduate. And I will ask for my class to please stand up. Halea Baker. Halea. Valentino Blanche. Daphne Chandler. Hassan Chappell. Shayla Dan. Donovan Edwards. Raymond Bennett. Sarah Bant. Nicholas Fry. Tate Graves. Sydney Hudson. Brandon Jackson. Terrell Juster. Jemiah Jones. Mary Mason Step. Anaya McCray. Amaya Morris. Brian Morrison. Erica Murphy. Deja Pitts. Frederick Pryor. Mia Coogan. Ian Reese. Shayo Salako. Brianna Civic Smith. Aaron Stewart. Ben Tran. Giselle Winfrey. Thank you, 5th grade. The students class, will you please have a seat?
Parents and families, at this time I have 2 special awards to present to a few students. The first award is the President's Award for Educational Excellence. And the criteria of this award is as follows. Students are to earn a grade point average of pretty much straight A's, 3.5 to 4.0 for their 5th grade year all year long. So it gives me great pleasure to present this award. Sophia Diep. Trent Crawford. Mary Casa. Terrell Lowry. Jalea McCaskill. Brian Morrison. Mikhail Moraine. And Shayo Salaka. Let's give those students a round of applause. The next award is called the President's Award for Educational Achievement. So let me share the criteria for this award. This award recognizes students that show outstanding educational growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects, but may not have met the criteria for educational excellence. Its purpose is to encourage and reward students who give their best effort, often in the face of life or other special obstacles. So we are very proud of these students because basically this means that regardless of their circumstances, they have shown great improvement and have made an amazing difference in their lives already in elementary school, so we know that they will go on to achieve great things. So please recognize the following students with me. Damari Caldwell. Tamara Durden. Decasia Dyson. Jackson Grimes. Jamila Haley. Terrell Jester. Devin Martin. Dalen Mitchell. And Mackenzie Moraine. One more round of applause, please. Let's give a round of applause to all the people in the audience who have supported you in your elementary school. I would like to present to you 2018-2019 6th grade class.